Natural light is the most important external factor for keeping our body clocks in check. Exposure to natural light during the day ensures our body clock and our bodily functions are running at the right times. For example, melatonin being produced in the evening. What we eat and drink during the day can affect how well we sleep at night. Sugary drinks and sugary snacks can prevent us from feeling sleepy. The sugar gives the body an energy high that can keep your child awake. Caffeine inhibits the release of melatonin and can prevent your child from feeling sleepy. Caffeine is found in energy and fizzy drinks, tea, coffee and chocolate. For a snack at supper time, try something like a banana or toast. Calcium-based food and drink, for example, milk, yogurt, fromage-free, have been proven to aid sleep. If your child has had plenty of fluids during the day and they've had a drink with their snack before bed, they do not need fluids during the night unless there is a medical reason. Naps. Many children up to the age of 3 will benefit from a daytime nap. No naps after 2 p.m. Some older children with disabilities may occasionally need a daytime nap, no more than 20 minutes and not after 2 p.m. Naps after 2 p.m. will delay your child feeling sleepy at bedtime. Homework. Leave the day behind in the evening. Get homework out of the way to reduce stress near bedtime and allow your brain to wind down and switch off. Meal. Avoid a meal too close to bedtime, as this is when your metabolism winds down. Avoid sugary or energy-dense foods with high calorie fat content, as they will give your child an energy high and may prevent sleepiness. Give your child a light snack in the evening, for example, a drink of milk and toast. Doing stimulating activities later in the evening, for example, rough and tumble play, playing computer games, watching TV, exercise and chatting to your friends can prevent your child from feeling sleepy. The light emitted from mobiles, tablets, computers and TV screens can inhibit the release of melatonin and prevent your child from feeling sleepy. No gadgets or TV in the hour before bedtime. What is a good bedtime environment? We want to have subdued lighting when getting ready for bed. The bedroom should be dark. Have a blackout blind or curtains in the bedroom, remembering melatonin is produced by darkness. If your child is afraid of the dark, it is okay to keep the hall or landing light on or use a night light. Have the bedroom clear of distractions. For example, toys should be out of sight. Put them in boxes or cover them over. The aim is for the bedroom to be as boring as possible at bedtime. All electronic equipment, televisions and computer consoles should be out of the room or out of sight. The light from these devices can disrupt the production of melatonin, the hormone that helps us sleep. You want to have a quiet environment, but the house does not have to be silent, but try to avoid making too much noise. An anxious child may need to hear some noises and to be reassured you are still there in the house with them. Some children with sensory issues can be particularly sensitive to noise. What may seem a quiet sound to you can seem very loud for them. Have calm decoration, a comfortable bed. If your child is kicking off the bed covers and wakes because they are cold, try a sleep suit. The correct or ideal temperature is approximately 18 degrees. High temperatures can disturb sleep. What is a good bedtime routine? Children tend to thrive on routine. They learn what is expected of them in most situations if they are given guidance. Routine is particularly important for children at bedtime. The same thing needs to happen in the same order every night. A bedtime routine should start no longer than an hour before the desired bedtime. Keep a regular bedtime and waking time. This will strengthen the body clock. Bath times should be relaxing. If your child finds a bath stressful or overstimulating, do not make it part of the bedtime routine. This can be done at another time during the day. If you can, avoid a shower, as showers can be stimulating. Once your child has left the daytime rooms, for example, the living room, the kitchen, they should not return to them. It's bathroom to bedroom. Make sure that your child does not go to bed hungry. An evening snack could be a drink of milk and toast or a yogurt. If you are able to read a bedtime story to your child, it should last for between 3 to 15 minutes. Avoid one more, two more. You might want to sing a lullaby. Depending on the age and stage of your child, have certain storybooks, magazines, books, music that are only read or listened to at bedtime. This can give your child an extra cue it is bedtime. You want to try and finish the story or the lullaby before your child falls asleep to help them to learn to fall asleep by themselves. Hugs and kisses are a lovely part of the routine. Have clear boundaries of how long they last. Your child may use them as a tactic to get you to stay longer. This is an example of a good bedtime routine. A visual bedtime routine. Some children don't understand words. A visual timetable can be useful to support your child to understand what is happening or about to happen, or what is expected of them in a visual way. A visual timetable is also helpful because spoken words can be forgotten. Visuals are permanent. Depending on your child's stage of development, visual timetables can be objects, photographs, symbols, or written words. Anxiety and stress raise cortisol levels, which stops your child being able to switch off and get to sleep. Introduce something into your child's bedtime routine that can help them to relax. Activities that involve hand and eye coordination can help with natural melatonin production. Relaxation techniques such as breathing exercises, mindfulness, worry diaries, etc. Avoid talking to your child about their worries just before they go to bed. Sleep association. At various points during the sleep cycle, we may wake. This is usually a partial awakening. For children who have not learned to settle themselves to sleep or wake in a different environment to the one they fell asleep in, for example, the couch in the living room, or they fall asleep watching TV or a video, or with a bottle, or with a parent cuddling them to sleep, they may fully wake at this point and rely on their parents to help them get back to sleep. The disappearing chair. A graduated withdrawal is often useful when there is anxiety around bedtime and a child wants a parent or carer in the room with them while they fall asleep. It works in stages. Sit by, not on the bed, maintaining physical contact until the child falls asleep. Contact should be still, no stroking. Next, sit by the bed, not making any contact. Next, Move the chair away from the bed but stay in the room. Next, sit on the chair by the door. Next, move chair to outside of the room by the door. Child settles in the room alone and you can go on with your evening. If your child wakes during the night, you must resettle them at the same stage you were at when initially settling your child to sleep. Once your child is happy with one stage, then you can move on to the next stage. The time that it takes to move from one stage to the next depends on each child and family. If your child gets up during the settling routine, it is essential to be a boring parent and return your child straight back to bed. No talking, no hugs or kisses, only limited gentle physical contact. Once your child realises that you are not going to engage further, they should start to settle more quickly. If your child wakes during the night, do you treat this as a night awakening or the start of the day? Consider what is a reasonable time to begin the day, and if your child wakes before then, they should be returned to bed. If you are thinking about making changes to your child's bedtime routine, it is important to remember you are in control of the routine. Choose a time that is right for you and your child. Be prepared for your child to resist the routine and for their sleep to initially get worse before it gets better. Be realistic about what you can achieve. Start off with small changes if this is more manageable. Stick to it and be consistent. You will almost certainly find that your child's behaviour and sleep pattern begins to improve. Other members of the family who care for your child should also follow the same routine. Bedtime routines are not just for children, they are important for everyone, including us.